The mind never stops. It races from memory to memory, regret to regret, tomorrow's fear to tomorrow's hope. It builds castles of thought, only to tear them down with doubt. You lie awake at night, replaying conversations, imagining futures, rehearsing endings that never come. This is a prison of overthinking, a cage built not of walls, but of endless noise. And yet, in rare moments, there is silence, a pause between thoughts, a breath you actually feel, a presence that doesn't demand, but simply is. We mistake overthinking for wisdom, as if the more we analyze, the closer we come to truth. But what if truth is not found in thought at all? What if the mind's constant noise isn't guidance, but distraction, not safety, but a trap, not wisdom, but the very prison keeping us from peace? This is where the path begins, not in chasing more thoughts, but in stepping beyond them, into the stillness of presence, into the warrior's way. The human mind is never satisfied with now. It clings to the past, replaying mistakes like broken records, as if repeating them could somehow rewrite history. It rushes toward the future, building stories of what might happen, as if imagining every possibility could protect us from pain. We believe this endless thinking keeps us safe, that if we plan enough, regret enough, anticipate enough, we will finally be in control. But control is an illusion, and overthinking is its cruel disguise. Imagine sitting in a quiet room. No one is speaking. The world outside is still. Yet inside your head, storms rage. Voices from the past whisper what you should have done. Shadows of the future warn what you might lose. Images collide, faces, failures, fears, 1,000 threads tangled into one. The body is still, but the mind is at war. Carl Jung once described the ego as a master of illusions, convincing us that safety lies in thought. But thought only multiplies the noise. The more we chase peace through thinking, the further it slips away. The truth is simple, though the mind resists it. The mind does not quiet itself by adding more thoughts. The mind believes peace comes from thinking more. Dan Millman reminds us peace is not thought, but presence. Dan Millman spoke of the peaceful warrior, a soul who fights no battles outside, but the endless battle within. This warrior's weapon is not thought, but awareness. Their strength is not control, but presence. To live as a peaceful warrior is to live fully in this moment, to feel the breath as it enters, cool and alive, to notice the heartbeat, steady like a drum of existence, to taste the air, to see without judgment, to be here without running forward, without falling back. Overthinking is like drowning in waves that never end, pulled under by regrets, dragged further by fears. But presence is standing on solid ground, the water rushing by, yet you remain unshaken. Imagine a wanderer on a long road. He carries maps, calculations, endless plans. He studies the horizon, wondering how far, how dangerous, how uncertain. Each step feels heavy, because his mind is everywhere except here. Then one day he looks down and sees the beauty of simply walking, the stones beneath his feet, the sound of birds overhead, the warmth of sunlight breaking through the clouds. He realizes the journey is not in the maps. The journey is this very step. Presence does not erase thought. It places thought in its rightful place, a tool, not a tyrant. And in that shift, the warrior discovers peace, not as a reward for control, but as the natural state of simply being alive. Quieting the mind is not about silencing thought. The mind will think, just as the heart will beat. But peace begins when you stop attaching yourself to every passing thought, when you let them drift by like clouds in an endless sky. Presence is not complicated. It is the sensation of breath filling your lungs, the weight of your body resting where you are, the sound of the world as it is, unfiltered, unjudged. It is this moment. Nothing more, nothing less. The trap of overthinking is a belief that peace is somewhere else, tomorrow, after success, after resolution. But inner peace is not something to chase. It reveals itself when you stop running. Picture the one who was once lost in storms of thought. Inside their mind, chaos roared, regrets, fears, endless noise. But then they step outside. The world is quiet. The dawn is breaking. Soft light spills across the horizon. They take a breath, a real breath, felt deeply, and for the first time, the storm inside begins to fade. Peace was never hidden. It was never lost. It was here, in the stillness, waiting, not in the past, not in the future, but in the simple act of being alive. In this very moment, Dan Millman's wisdom reminds us, presence is not the escape from life, it is life itself. You can't attain happiness by chasing it. You can only find it by living each moment fully. Dan Millman, these words are not philosophy alone. They are a mirror. How many days have been lost to chasing peace, only to find ourselves further from it? How many nights wasted in storms of thought, believing the next answer, the next plan, the next victory would finally bring calm? But the truth is simpler. Peace is not a destination, not a prize waiting at the end of struggle. Peace is here, in the rhythm of your breath. It is in the heartbeat that has carried you through every battle. It is in the silence between thoughts, where life reveals itself in its purest form. When thought surrenders to presence, the warrior discovers peace. Not tomorrow, not someday, but here, in this breath, in this moment. If these words touch something within you, stay on this journey with me. Together, we will explore the hidden depths of the mind and the quiet power of the soul. Sparkles, thank you for watching. If this message resonated with you, give it a like, share it with someone who needs peace, and subscribe so you never walk this path alone.